Lena insisted that we drop everything and meet her here, and now she's a no-show.
I'm sure she's gonna show up.
I hate this. I hate her, too.
Please try to make the best out of a bad situation.
Bad? Maya, this is so far past bad. Look, the FBI is pressuring us into posing as a couple to help keep Fancy safe from Lena.
Well, so far it's working.
Yeah, great. Fancy still hates me. God, I really thought I could get through to her. We saw it at her office, but then she got that phone call and she rushed out. I wonder what's making Fancy so upset.
Fancy. Hey, I just dropped off my part of the quarterly report. Beautiful. Being that fashion's my thing, you really shouldn't wear a coat like that this time of year.
Yeah. I got cold.
Well, wearing clothes under your coat might help.
Going to see Ethan naked certainly didn't. So I went to Ethan, and I tried to get him away from Gwen again.
By seducing him.
I thought it was a good idea at the time.
But it didn't work.
No. As usual, he said he's gonna stay married to Gwen. But I swear, Fancy, he was so close to giving in to his love for me when Gwen came barging through the window like super bitch to the rescue.
Hey, don't call Gwen names. She is Ethan's wife, and she loves him.
You know what? Gwen's got Ethan so whipped. When he had the chance to choose between us again, he chose to stay married to her.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Ethan loves Gwen, and he takes his marriage vows seriously.
Fancy, he married her because she was pregnant. And he stays with her out of guilt and out of obligation.
Teresa, the point is, Ethan has stayed with Gwen. And if your all-out attempt to win him back didn't work, I doubt anything will.
Please don't say that.
Maybe it's for the best. Maybe you were right before. We shouldn't chase after men who don't put us first.
Ethan does put me first. He puts me first in his heart. He just can't seem to bring himself to make the break with Gwen.
Shouldn't you respect Ethan for that? Be glad he's an honorable man?
I am glad he's an honorable man. It's just that I believe that if you love someone and they love you back, then you shouldn't let anyone or anything keep you apart. It's like you and Noah. You two belong together.
No. I may still love Noah, but he has made it all too clear he loves Maya. And you know what? She can have it.
It still kills me to think that Fancy believes I don't love her.
It could kill her to know that you do.
I just wish I could find a way to tell her the truth, so that she wouldn't hate me.
But you can't. At least not yet.
Because we made a deal with the FBI to pose as a couple to keep Fancy safe, and if we went back on our deal, then Fancy would be in even more danger than she was to start, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know, thank you. God, I hate this.
There you both are.
Lena! Hi, how's it going? What do you want this time?
You know perfectly well what I want. You and Maya have to find my partner's killer and recover what the killer stole from the trunk that night.
Okay, tell us what to do and we'll do it.
Go home, make sure your passports are in order, and pack for a long trip.
Where are you sending us?
I'll let you know at a time and place of my choosing. Just be ready to go on a moment's notice.
Hey, look, I don't like being jerked around, lady. Tell us where you're sending us.
Let me say this one more time, Noah Bennett. You can't win. You have no idea who you're dealing with. But let me assure you, if you don't do as I say, you and Maya and your ex, Fancy Crane, will all end up dead.
She's getting anxious to get going. What does she want you to do?
We're not really sure.
She asked us to get our passports and pack for a long trip.
Where's she sending you?
We're not sure. I tried to get her to tell us, but let's just say she kept me at arm's length.
Lena did say we had to be ready to leave at a moment's notice, though.
Then you will be.
There's one problem. I think my passport's actually expired.
Can't chance it. Have a new passport issued to Mr. Bennett right away. Tell State it's priority 1.
I'm on it.
Anything else?
No.
Actually, can I have a pen and a piece of paper?
What for?
I thought I'd write a list of what clothes to pack.
You're being sarcastic, I hope.
Just give me what I asked for, please. Now. Thank you.
This is official stationery, Bennett.
Great, thank you. It's perfect. All right. I'm gonna write a letter to Fancy, and I want you guys to give it to her if anything happens to me. I figure that once I'm dead, it's not gonna matter if Fancy finds out that my being with Maya was just an act. That I did it to keep Fancy safe. Because I love her. I love her more than my own life.
I think you're wrong about Noah. I don't think he would ever intentionally hurt you.
You didn't see him in bed with Maya. They were making love like their lives depended on it. Ask Noah's father if you don't believe me. Sam was there. He was as shocked as I was.
No, Fancy, I totally believe you. I really do. I just think it's really out of character for Noah to act this way. You know, when he was growing up, he used to worship my brother Luis. And Luis, he would never disrespect women. And on top of that, you told me that he risked his life so many times to save yours.
Yeah, well, now he's saving himself for Maya.
I don't know. Yeah. But if you are right, I think he's an idiot for not seeing how incredible you are.
Thanks. I know I've dated my share of Eurotrash and low-end royalty, but those men dumped their women to be with me. I never had a man dump me to be with another woman.
It hurts, doesn't it? Okay, this is... Do you ever wish that you were a witch? So you could cast a spell on the man that you love and get rid of all the obstacles that get in the way of you being together?
No, I don't. Why would I want to trick a man into loving me if he really loves someone else?
Well, don't ask me that one. You can ask Gwen.
Honey, look, I have a job now. You know, cars are a passion of mine. I feel like I've really lucked out this time. Because I'm one step closer to being able to provide for you and for our family. And you can quit working.
And what about Teresa?
Well, hopefully, after debasing and humiliating herself today, she'll understand that if this little stunt didn't work, nothing will.
Yeah, right. Teresa is gonna come between us until the day she dies. I give you snaps for being so focused. Everything you've done since Ethan graduated law school has been to have a life with him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know, I've been very close to getting him back, and sooner or later, he will be mine.
Well, if that works for you, fine, but I wouldn't want a man I could only get by manipulation or magic. I want a man who loves me as much as I love him. No trickery required.
But Fancy, Ethan does love me like that. He just cannot bring himself to break his wedding vows and leave Gwen.
Teresa, that's why they call them vows. Once you make them, you're not supposed to break them.
And normally I would agree with you, but Ethan married Gwen for all the wrong reasons. And every time he gets so close to righting that wrong, Gwen plays the I'm barren because of you and Teresa card, and he stays with her. But Fancy, one of these days he's going to see her for the liar that she is. And then he's going to dump her like toxic waste and come back to me.
I hope you're not being naive.
I'm not. I'm being true to my heart and what I know is Nathan's. Love's gonna find the way, Fancy. It always does.
Well, at least you have all this to keep you busy till then.
Busy, yes. Happy? No. Because everything that Alistair has, all the money, all the power, doesn't mean a thing. I'll be out that door in running shoes when Ethan comes back to me. I just really want to be a family with him, little Ethan, and Jane.
I hadn't gotten around to thinking family with Noah. But I had thought about our life together. It was nice. Being without him isn't.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. It's just that I thought I finally found everything I wanted in a man in Noah, but I was wrong. I may still want him, but he doesn't want me.
Noah, slow down. How'd they keep up with you?
We leave. Lena calls us, again, to meet us back here, again. I feel like a damn volleyball being smacked back and forth between the feds and Lena. I wish she would just tell us what she wants us to do so that we can do it and get on with our lives.
Yours and Fancy's.
God, I love her so much, Maya. I cannot lose Fancy over this.
Keep your voice down. Someone could be listening.
All right. But I hate this more and more every second.
Hate what, Noah?
You, sneaking up on us.
But it makes it so much easier to eavesdrop.
You should take a trip. Get out of Harmony. Get away from Noah for a while.
I'd love to, but I have so much work to do.
True. However, have Sketchpad? We'll travel. Go abroad, Fancy. See the sights and let them inspire your clothing designs. And you can use any one of the Crane foreign offices as a base of operation.
Well, Italy is lovely this time of year.
And Italy it is.
Cut to the chase. Tell us what you want us to do.
Your instructions are in there. Now get going.
Where are you sending us?
To Italy.